Oh man, I'll tell you what the good old days are. Is right now at happy hour. I think Justin is still doing DTNS, right? It's Thursday. There we go. I got John Rail there live on the mic now.
Define DTNS.
Daily Tech News Show.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pretend being Justin's friend and associate that I know all about that. And now I understand where he is.
I'm sure you do. Oh man, I don't know why I thought to play that, but so I went to a doctor ? And
Are you
found
sure?
out.
Was it a medical professional?
No, I mean, it's I went to one of those men's health clinics, right? But what they had was a coronavirus antibody test.
Oh.
Which, by the way, they all told me explicitly, totally free if you have insurance. It's totally free. Showed up, it's like, oh, you have that insurance. It's $150.
Well, if you hadn't had that insurance.
Fine. And so, spoiler alert, I do not have the COVID.
But do you have the antibodies? No,
I don't have anything. I've never been
having
exposed.
the antibodies a good thing?
I think so, because that makes you like Superman.
Okay.
Of like you could defeat everything, right?
I'm waiting for that to be like a Tinder badge or something for the kids to add on their profiles.
So that's interesting. So HIV positive in general is negative, but if you're looking to date, aren't you looking for somebody else who is HIV positive?
There's so many strains,
right?
There's too much variety.
Wait, for reals?
Yeah, like that's why it's been such a terrible thing to fight, because just because you are both HIV positive, you might have
the wrong version.
Yeah.
It's like you've got MS-DOS 3.5.
I'm Betamax,
somebody else
buddy.
is running 5.0. Okay, all right. Oh, what a bummer.
Speaking of old references, I like our hairdos right now because we look like late 80s, early 90s TV stars.
Yeah.
Like Quantum Leap kind of going on here.
Well, to be honest, I'd go back a bit before that. I suspect at some level that's why I started watching V and V the Final Battle. Is because I wanted to see, the overly long hair, feathered out, blonde, look.
I started watching Perfect Strangers recently. I'm turning into Pinchot.
Bronson Pinchot.
Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the entirety of that.
That's the entire bit. A question, though, serious question about that performance. Is it racist if the actual race doesn't exist?
Yeah, no, Russian is not a race. And in fact, while they treated him as an alien, like it's straight up an E.T. script, just the alien happens to come from a political adversary, which makes me think of Ruskies. In fact, if I was going to guess, I wouldn't be surprised if Perfect Strangers was based on the movie Ruskies. Do you remember this?
No.
So Bonnie, do you remember it? Let me throw you on there. There you go.
Okay. Are you telling me that Perfect Strangers was in development and then the Cold War ended and they were like, oh, man?
I think it might have caused the end of the Cold War. That's what I'm trying to get at, right?
Perfect Strangers saved the world.
Bonnie, do you remember the movie Ruskies?
That movie. TV show, I mean.
TV show, okay.
Yeah. Okay, like, for example, this little gem. When you're rolling out the dough, just make sure to roll it slow. Because if you roll it out too quick, bitty bockers make you sick.
Help me out.
Keep going. I just want to hear this all day long.
When you put the sugar in, make sure you wear a grin. Because if you smile when you bake, bitty bockers turn out great. Bum, 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 bum,
I have no idea. No idea. But we're already your backup band.
All right,
we're already all in.
Thank you.
What is that from?
Perfect Strangers.
Oh no!
Like
the only episode.
A particular episode, or
wait a minute. I'm getting confused.
Because Perfect Strangers does have
no, it's Perfect Strangers. It's like the one guy that had the accent, and then the little guy.
The one guy that has the accent.
See,
You're right. It's the only show.
It might be.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. He had a very thick Russian-ish sounding
Mediterranean.
Accent. Was it Mediterranean?
From Mypos.
Is it? Oh, that's right. That's where he was from. That's right.
Yes. No, we were talking. That is off of a show when he used his grandmother's recipe, and then they're like, oh my god, these are the best delicious cookies ever. And then his finagling roommate was just like, we're gonna turn this into a business because everybody loves these. And the
Because he's a
problem is,
oh, I see, capitalist.
Yeah.
You want to make money.
yes, and he says, well, they don't work. You absolutely have to bake them with the song. That's why this batch turned out rotten. He goes, no. He's just like, yes. And so by the end, I mean, I thought it was hilarious because I was like, what, 6th grade or 5th grade or something.
Sure. Well, and what's funny is I don't know that you stayed in the entire way. Did you see the guy from Perfect Strangers show up in the not The Outsiders, The Leftovers, the Leftovers? That HBO show?
You mean which one?
Yeah.
Because there were two.
The
Two
American
strangers.
one.
The
Yes.
American one.
Yes.
Okay, no. I didn't watch any of this.
He has like a prominent role in the 3rd season
No way.
of The Leftovers,
Wow.
where he's the one who claims to have figured out where everybody went, and he's him as himself from Perfect Strangers, where he's like, hey, I'm the actor who was in Perfect Strangers. I know where all the humans went. Come to me, give me money, and I'll send you over to them.
The guy who played Larry?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Also, he's right. That's the finale of the show.
He
is
was
somebody
right?
actually goes to where the other people went in The Leftovers, and it's because of Larry from Perfect Strangers. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Well,
don't
now
know
I
where
have
they
to watch
went.
The Leftovers.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, The Leftovers. I don't know. Better than you would expect. That's all. I'll say.
Right, where did they go?
I'm so done.
Where did Larry go?
So
did Larry
I'm
come
so
back? Like, did
I'm
he
so-
go there and come back?
tired
But
of
Larry.
being constantly the defense counsel for Damon Lindelof, because like I think in general he's done more good
Who
than
is
harm.
this creator?
Damon Lindelof? You don't know Damon
Tell,
Lindelof?
just name a few works, a few
Okay.
pieces.
All right. He's responsible for kind of how Lost ended up.
Ugh,
He also
hate
made
this guy.
Well, don't him and JJ share
Prometheus.
that blame?
Yeah, well, okay. He
No.
also did Prometheus, which
Oh.
I had problems with.
Well, yeah.
But also he's getting better and better and better and better. He also here's one. I'm so glad Justin's not here. He did The Watchmen. Have you seen the new Watchmen?
We watched like 2 episodes together, and
How did you feel about it?
I am all about finishing that because it was great. The first 2 episodes.
Justin didn't like it.
Oh,
So
Brian likes those soap operas. 'Cause all the times his mom let him stay home sick. So then he'd sit there and
tell you
watch,
what, man,
and
if
watch
there's one thing I like more than soap operas, it's Pope operas. Let's talk about the new Pope. No,
wait, is there a new pope?
no. There's a TV show called The New Pope.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you lost me.
God damn it.
But I'm also the guy
it
who
was so
I
good. It
enjoyed.
was that was a great joke for nobody in the room. God damn it. All right.
Somebody online might be with you, but I also enjoyed the movie The Watchmen.
Yeah, I agree. Man, it's so tough because it's like you can't divorce yourself. If you read the comic, you can't unknow all the comic stuff. And
Yeah.
as I understand it, in general, everybody who read the comic really dug the movie for at least getting close to capturing
Yeah.
the comic. And again, we got to wrap this up before Justin shows up. We're going to get in big trouble.
All right.
I loved the HBO show. It was kind of like a sequel to The Watchmen, but whoo boy, did Justin not like it? Didn't
Oh.
like it.
But yeah, I liked the movie. I even liked a few of the changes they made from the book, like giant squid. Give me a break. You know?
Yeah. So they gloss over that.
Yeah. Well, they turned it into a bomb, which made way more sense.
Yeah. But also they turned it back into a squid for the TV show.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Copy that. All right.
Yeah.
Anything Regina King does, I'm on board.
Yeah. Plus, also, I believe, if I remember correctly, that the school curriculum has changed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as a result of that show.
How?
Well, because you remember they start off talking about the race riots in the early 20th century. Like now, apparently, that's part of the curriculum that was
Oh.
previously something they didn't feel any need to talk about.
Okay.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
Well, I
they're
mean-
talking about Tomorrowland in the comments. Sorry, non sequitur, interrupting, but they're in the comments. They're talking about Tomorrowland, and I got to say, Tomorrowland was awful, but by God, I've seen it 3 times, and I'm going to watch it like 3 more times. I
Now,
love that
wait
movie.
a minute. That wasn't that not to make internal beef external, but wasn't that what you were worried about the most recent Modern Rogue episode?
What?
is that much like Tomorrowland, we twice
Yes.
follow a path that goes nowhere
Goes
and then
nowhere.
come back? Okay. So I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm hearing that you liked Tomorrowland.
No,
after
I've
all
told
that.
you this is
Yeah.
my Tron.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a
You can
broken
love a thing, but also acknowledge that it's
yeah,
not.
It is a broken movie, but by God, I love it. And every time the little robot girl dies, I cry.
Aw.
I'm a sucker for
about
the Pinocchio thing.
Small world.
Aw.
Well,
I haven't seen that.
Tomorrowland?
Yeah.
It's broken.
I think you did. I think we went together. I think
George Clooney saving the world with a super smart, young, cool girl.
Yeah. Also,
robot.
Tomorrowland
It's like all the movies.
definitely exists in an actual Disney park, and they go to it, and then and
But they don't go to it until they get in the rocket
they
and launch
fake
like
go
3
to it
freaking
3 times or whatever. Yeah.
Don't
Nothing?
remember it.
All right, so let me ask you this, Bonnie. What is a movie that, in your heart of hearts, you know for a fact is a bad movie, but you can't stop loving?
Oh, well,
Oh, that's the smile that only comes with knowing the truth and trying to figure out literally any other movie besides the one that is the truth.
no, and then I'm gonna have a hard time accessing its name because I wanted to rewatch it just recently, but I'll tell you the scene where the guy is holding the suitcases and he has them at gunpoint and he's like, "If you lower those suitcases, I'm gonna shoot you."
I know the movie.
Yeah,
What is
Yeah,
it?
can I say it?
yeah, please.
Payback.
Payback.
Mel Gibson.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Where
no,
he's
no.
just a cool throwback from an age when we don't watch movies like that anymore.
But
it's fun.
Payback
love
was
that
number
one.
1 good, and so you shouldn't feel embarrassed for loving it. The only thing that's weird about that is that he got a little bit hashtag canceled.
Oh, because of his. Oh,
Well,
because of
I
who he
can't-
is.
I-
Yes,
talk about
because
the
of quite
movie.
literally
The
what he
movie
did
can't
and
be
said,
canceled
yes.
because some douchebag was playing the role. You know,
is there any redemption arc for Mel Gibson?
No.
Like,
He's been offered a redemption arc like 3 times. And he's like, no, I still got more crazy to say.
yeah, but like you can't even imagine one for him. You can't even write one. Like there's no amount of shit eating that would lead him back into our hearts.
You know, he comes back triumphantly leading a far left liberal weird cause,
I don't know. He just
fighting for the FDA.
the problem with all his agenda is that there are other people who fully believe it because
Oh, yeah.
isn't it like rooted in like a kind of dogmatic Christian?
Yeah, like
sense or-
there's
Yeah.
heavy duty anti-Semitism in there and that kind of stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of people that support.
Anti-Semitism.
Well, yeah, because they feel justified through their religion. You know what I mean? Like it's not just him hot takes. He's like he feels supported by what he's read,
And
or
he's
how
got
he
the
interprets
right of center
things.
vote because he's very anti
Okay.
regulation.
So
Yeah.
let me throw another one your way.
So I don't think he's redeemable because he's not condemned by all corners. Does that make sense?
Okay, my new
So-
game show. Who's less redeemable? Mel Gibson or Kevin Spacey?
Ooh.
Who has a
I'd
better
say Mel
chance of making
Gibson
it back?
is less redeemable than
Oh,
Kevin
I was
Spacey.
going to say Mel Gibson could still get roles.
I mean, he does.
I mean, he's still in
Oh,
movies.
you think so?
yeah.
Kevin Spacey is canceled.
Yeah.
Who's what
Yeah.
about sorry, who's the director X-Men? Brian Singer.
Bryan Singer.
And that in that three-way face-off.
So,
who's
so it's like Mel Gibson is ideologically does wrong, but Kevin Spacey actually hurt people.
Oh,
Therefore,
that's interesting. So which is the bigger crime? The guy who shouts loudly that he has opinions about an entire swath of people, or
Right.
the guy who actually took underage people? Oh, jeez.
I mean,
And I'll say for Bryan Singer, he for his own interests, he better stay canceled.
Because the more attention he draws to himself, the more trouble he's
yeah.
on track to get into.
Like
Yeah.
I lived in LA for 10 years, and I know people who have been to the birthday parties he threw for guys turning 18. You know, like
You know what? From the chat. So if we're ranking, God, this is not what I thought this episode would be. Where do we inject Louis C.K.
Louis C. That's interesting.
in the possible redemption hierarchy?
now he's just like
so
he was using power.
his
Yeah.
his is a power dynamic problem, because when it comes to consent, he was
Right.
pretty good about keeping all the receipts. Like, hello, I would like to jack off right now.
Yeah.
And then people are like, yes. And then he did. And they're like, whoa, I didn't know you meant it. And it's because you have a lot of power. That's an unfair thing or whatever, which is a complicated and interesting question, but nowhere near on the same level as any of those other guys, right?
No, that's true.
No.
I think Louis C.K.'s trouble right now is that he's totally doubled down. He's totally doubled down on the people who have called
he
him a
said-
bad guy.
He said, my crime was not, shit, what did he say? My crime wasn't doing the thing. It was not being rich enough or something. I forget what he said. He said,
what
he said he did. He did a version of the double down.
One-
Somebody will correct me in the chat.
One, he's right. Two, what a douche. And that's where he's unredeemable, is with that statement. What a dick.
Well, don't attribute that to him, because I'm
Okay, so
almost
it may
certainly
or may not.
misremembering
Somebody
it.
fact check that. Yeah.
But I think he could make a comeback if he, came a little more humble and just kept doing the work. And I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a fairly strong superpower he has, is humility. Like he was humble in ways that nobody was asking him to be humble, and so now that the whole world is just really asking him to be humble, I suspect he can come out the other side of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I don't
pretty
know. Although I think it is worth meriting that sense of power dynamic, and to not
Oh,
acknowledge
there
that
he is.
is quite dramatic.
I don't know who's calling.
I mean, I'm here now. You can hear
Okay.
me now. I'm on the Opal.
Okay, great. Well, then just hop on in. Hey, man, we're talking about Louis C.K. and his redemption arc, if there is to be one. What say you, sir?
Ugh.
You have no public opinion.
You know he had a special?
No, no, I did not.
Yeah. So any redemption arc would happen when you knew he had a special.
Yeah. So, what are some movies that had redemption arcs and equivalent to grody actions like that? Like where it's somebody using their power dynamic.
But by the way, and I'm going to tune out for a second while I try to get Justin on the video feed. But the discussion has been like a redemption Final Four fantasy arc between Louis C.K., Bryan Singer, Kevin Spacey, and who was the fourth one?
Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson. Who redeems first?
And Justin, can you
Oh,
sing
Singer.
the Perfect Strangers theme?
Sometimes the world looks perfect. Nothing to do. Sometimes it just get a feeling that there's another lyric there.
Some kind of change.
Do-do-do-do-dee-da. Nothing's gonna stand in my way. Something, blah, blah, standing tall on the wings of our dreams.
He's
Rise
frozen.
and fall. all
On the
of the
wings of
other
my
lyrics. The wind and thunder, the hail and rain, something for better days. It's my life, it's my dream, and nothing's gonna stop me now.
Okay, that's always
Nailed
when I
it.
was racing in with whatever soda pop I was having. Is right at that my life. And then I was cruising around the corner with my snacks and my drinks.
But yeah, no, I would say if I were to rank him, singer first, because he's behind the scenes and
Holy
he
shit.
could just
Yeah, that
direct an indie movie.
that was my last place because he
That's a good
full
point,
on.
but he's not on point. Like he's not a face.
As I understand it, full on had written down in words, please arrange a party with lots of under 18-year-old boys for me to have sex with. Like that seems the hardest to come back from.
Wow, this is a minefield.
Yeah.
How do I cartwheel through? That's not all that strange.
I think we just wipe. Wait. But who is that character? Who is that person?
What character?
Oh, he's a director. You said.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian. Yeah, he
Behind the
directed
scenes, yeah.
X-Men and the Superman Returns, and he's
Oh.
a director who continually has so much potential and promise.
But
But yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, I mean he was an indie legend. I mean a '90s indie legend with Usual Suspects, and then went on to kind of transfer into blockbuster filmmaking.
Yeah.
But he's one really good movie away from being someone that people would care about again. The question of whether or not he would be redeemed is another thing. But I would put him first because at the end of the day, he's not as famous as Woody Allen. And so therefore he could recede in the background. I mean, hell, like he could just work as a director of photography on a movie that won an Oscar and it would be a thing that people talked about, but it wouldn't be the biggest thing in the world.
So
Yeah.
will he
Right.
ever be more positively thought of than, let's say, Roman Polanski, who permanently seems to be thought of as the dude who had sex with an underage person and ran to France?
Well, Polanski will never be redeemed because he never faced justice. If Polanski came
He never
back and
what?
got arrested,
We lost you.
Oh, nope, sorry. I turned this
Brian.
down. Are you guys not receiving him?
Oh, I'm not getting any sounds of him.
check.
Oh,
Can
you
hear
know
me?
what? I
Yeah.
don't think you're on the Opal. That's fine. I'll
I
leave it
am on the
speakers.
Opal.
Oh.
I don't think you have him turned up on the
Oh,
Opal.
hi, hello.
Yeah, like I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, you know what? How about that?
Huh?
Ah,
Hey,
there we
what's
go.
up?
Boom.
What's up?
Boom.
What's
I just
up?
blew
You
your
are.
minds.
Yeah, now I hear you.
There you go.
All right. So my thought is he's not Woody Allen famous. So wait, what else were we talking about?
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. If Roman
versus Bryan
Polanski
Singer.
if Roman Polanski came back to America and went to jail, I think that the next thing that he would do, the next thing that would happen when he was free, people would be able to appreciate him. But he will never be
Rosemary's Baby
redeemed.
2. The Revenge of Rosemary's Baby. Also,
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby is Trump. Haha, got you.
That was a good one.
Blump owned by Roman Polanski.
Oh my god.
You just got Polanski. Also, hashtag Polanski.
But how hard is it, do you think, to get a good director? I mean, like all these people have been in charge of these things, but surely there's other newer people.
Yeah.
Presumably the ones that were there at the under 18 party are now coming of age because
weirdly, it's a hard thing because it's such a. As far as I'm concerned, you've heard me give this rant before. I think directing is an easy job if you don't overcomplicate it. Like being a director should be all about saying yes, no, yes, no. Other people are making creative decisions. You're like, do you like the lighting? No. Do you like the camera work? Yes. Do you like this? Yes. No. Yes. No. Give me more choices.
And also, like, to some degree, a director is essentially a cruise ship director, where it's like
Yeah.
their job is like, I'm sorry, it's 8 o'clock. Are you here or are you not here? Now I know whether or not I have a problem.
Yeah, like, but the problem you run into is directors who also think they're the cinematographers, directors who also think that they're the costumer, the lighting guy, the screenwriter.
Also, you have directors who actually are also the writers.
And that's happening more and more because, like, I mean, in LA for like the last 5 years, I was a one-man band. I did all the sound, all the video, everything.
Yeah. So, how do we fix this, Justin?
I say we just get new talent.
I mean, I don't know. Do we need to redeem any of those people?
That's
like,
what I'm
is there?
saying. Let's
I
just
think
bring
Bonnie's
in
on
new
that page.
blood. I mean, there's a lot of talented people, and as long as these people who have abused their powers are still, everybody's just like, yeah, but he made that one movie I like. Well, let somebody else make some movies, and eventually,
I mean,
you'll get one that
the
you'll
only
like.
person. The only person on that list that I think we will see in a high profile capacity going forward is Mel Gibson.
Mm.
Now, why is
Like,
that a talent
I think that
based?
he will be in a movie.
Yes. Is that because of the value of his name, or because of the value of his talent, or what? Or because
I would say
of the
both, right?
of the,
Number one,
the other aspect would be like he didn't technically do anything terrible outside of say terrible things.
There's no bodies.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
he beat his wife. There were like pretty ugly pictures of
Oh.
his wife that
All right
got
then.
beat up.
I take
Yeah.
back everything I just said.
Yeah. Ooh,
We didn't know. This just in, Justin.
But the guy that played Angel was pretty documented as being a wife
David
beater.
Boreanaz.
Yeah.
The guy in Bones. Yeah, no, he was.
Yeah, and he just kept on ticking, and
Yeah.
nobody seemed to care that
Yeah.
he was. I couldn't watch anything he was in after.
like the only bones I'm thinking of are the
Photos.
broken bones in the cheeks of his wife's face.
I had never heard that about him.
Oh, really?
Apparently
No.
Yeah.
Apparently, that really. Yeah, that was a deal breaker. Like, I was really into the whole Buffy the Vampire series, and then I was watching Angel, although it was a little more moody and soap opera-ish than the kind of the
Yeah.
other thing. But I was giving it, some of my characters and stuff, so I was enjoying it. And then I found that out, I was like, I'm done with you. And then I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And Meryl Barr points out he was in a movie that is about to come out. He already directed an Oscar-nominated movie that got nominated within the last few years. So like he's already back to a certain extent. And when we're ranking sins, a domestic dispute, no matter how ugly, is something that at least is more common in people's lives, and we have had to get over in our personal lives. We've had a family member that has possibly done something, or had a friend or a family friend or a neighbor that has done something ugly that you have to build the bridge of logic to get over and understand in a way that like the other crimes that we're talking about are exotic, and we can't understand what it's like to have a fully stocked menagerie of underage boys to pick from, or like to sleep with somebody and then escape to France, or to keep, jerk off in front of a bunch of young comedians and then blackball their career. Like, these are all sins that we are unaware of, whereas Mel Gibson's sin, although ugly, extraordinarily ugly, is more common in the eyes of the public.
It's more banal.
He's a domestic sinner.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That is
Yes,
an
he is not
interesting sort of twist in that domestic disputes of all varieties. Man, I'm going to try this on for size out loud. Please don't hold me to this. But it's like, I wonder if all the way up to OJ, the fact that there were, quote unquote, two sides to the dispute affected people's opinions on that. I wonder if there's an unfair bias that reduces the impact of anything where there are two sides of two people arguing, and that humans have an inherent bias towards not really deciding it's an inherent sin or anything.
Oh, huh. I don't.
And Water Ice Scoop has a good another example, the Tiger Woods. Like
Oh yeah.
like when you hear about, okay, let's say a random stabbing or whatever, if you hear about a person stabbing someone, do you think less or give more pause if you find out that they're married to that person and that there are quote unquote two sides to the story?
I guess I give more pause. Like if somebody just stabs like a stranger,
Correct.
it's like, are they crazy?
Right.
Whereas in a domestic dispute, it's like, well, I don't know what happened.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
things escalate.
Well, but there are some crimes for which there is likely more explanation, but there are probably few excuses.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right? Like when things escalate to a certain point, yes, you could probably get a fuller picture of who started what and who was drinking and who first threw the bottle and blah blah blah, right? But when we get to somebody got stabbed, then there's like, okay, it's never okay to escalate to this level.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of it though, because I think like some of the serial killers that have gone on record with their full stories and their full explanations we are at least able to understand, comprehend what happened, even though it's inexcusable. Whereas the serial killer who went silent, it's still more like, whoa, they were a monster.
Yeah, I think I have a slightly better way to restate my thesis. If you hear about a woman stabbing a man in the chest, in and of itself, you have one opinion. Now, imagine the story is a woman and her husband were arguing, and then she stabbed him in the chest. The next thing, like in that second story, the first words out of your mouth are like, well, what were they arguing about, right?
Yeah,
and
right.
you don't do that in the other thing.
the other
like
one, you're
that
just
that's
like-
the bias I'm trying to lock down.
I think what you wind up doing is assessing the threat level. Is this person a threat to me or people at large, or is this just a private endeavor and we can just easily write it off? It's like, oh, well, that's between them, and maybe they should get some therapy, but it's not gonna. Nothing's gonna happen
They
to
should
me.
get some therapy as he sits there recovering from a stab wound.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'd like to take this
Well,
moment
look,
just to
there
say,
was a story that there was a story that came out last week that actually took place in Austin with a football player
oh,
who was at another location, not his home, with both his brother and several, let's say, available young women. And all of a sudden, his wife showed up and got arrested because she was pointing a gun at her husband's head. And now we all understand and can appreciate, like, hey, nobody wants to be cheated on, and this is a big, ugly public thing. But also, you shouldn't be pointing a loaded gun at your husband's
Was
head.
it loaded?
Right? Like, that I believe it was, but I'm not sure.
All right.
yeah. Although I would like to take a moment, since we're on this, is just realizing that both men and women suffer from domestic abuse, and it has long-term consequences if you, the person being aggrieved, don't take actions.
So, video watchers were able to watch me kind of lean back and say, give Bonnie the where are you headed eyes.
I think it's an important PSA. I'm just saying you can get help. There are lots of loving organizations in every town. There are other people that need help, and every single town has somebody you can reach out to and get some help, and you can leave your situation.
Sure.
So I think it's important to leave, because that domestic violence does not get better. It only gets worse, and patterns erupt. And
Man, if
I mean, a
only we
woman
were
in
able
my
to kind
neighborhood
of lighten this
died from
conversation
this.
and maybe talk about some entertainment news.
yeah,
Justin, what do you got for us?
Hot takes?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Apparently,
I'm
you
not
wanted to
getting
talk
any
about
video from
Watchmen,
you.
Yeah,
the TV
no,
show.
I don't know that I'll be able to send video.
That's fine.
We're-
That's fine. That's fine. As long as yeah,
it's
it
a
wasn't
known
like
issue. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Entertainment, man. It never stops, this entertainment. It's going crazy.
As a matter of fact, I actually have some entertainment news for you.
Oh,
Did
what is it?
did you happen to see that email that I sent you about a
I
thing?
literally was looking at it while we were doing DTNS, but I have not played it because since I did DTNS, I literally came right on here, so I've not had a chance to play it yet.
so-
But
so-
I
so
think
me-
it looks very, very funny.
Weirdly, maybe you could set this up and then let me know, and then we'll see how close you get.
So Mr. Show did a little charity thing, which is happening a lot, where beloved old television shows are coming together to do script reads, or Parks and Rec even did like a whole episode. But Mr. Show came together and did their own little a Zoom thing, and apparently the coup de grace was that they debuted their own takeoff of the Gal Gadot Imagine video, but it was not only the Mr. Show team, but also assorted special guests singing the classic Weird Al Yankovic "Eat It."
Yes, that's exactly nailed it. 100%. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Oh, it looks like things don't want to go on the screen.
Oh, there we go.
It also looks like internet has gone garbage. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're all in this together video. Let's take a look at what it looks like when a bunch of people who I think maybe 5 of them were in Mr. Show. The rest were, I'm pretty sure not, sing a Weird Al song. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Boom. And
Always such a fussy young man.
Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran.
Well, you don't know that other kids are starving in Japan, so eat it. Just eat it. Don't wanna argue, I don't wanna debate. Don't wanna hear about the kind of food you hate.
You won't get no dessert till you clean up your plate. So eat it.
I don't care if you're full, just
Eat it. Eat it. Get yourself an egg.
and beat it. Have some more chicken, have some more pie.
Have some more chicken, have some more pie.
Have some more chicken. Have some more pie. It doesn't
Michael
matter
McKean.
if it's boiled or fried.
Just eat it. Eat it.
Just eat it. Don't. Just eat it. Woo!
Your table manners are a crying shame.
You're playing with your food like it's some kind of game.
Now, if you starve to death, you'll have yourself to blame. So
Eat it.
just eat it.
Al Franken.
Better listen, better do as you're told.
You haven't even touched your tuna casserole.
You better chow down before it gets cold. Just eat it.
I don't care. So eat it. I don't care if you're full. Just eat it. Eat it. Eat it. No one wants to see you beat it.
Have some more yogurt, have some more Spam. It doesn't matter if it's fresh or canned. Just
Eat it. Eat it.
That's Allison Pill, right?
Me repeat it.
Have a banana, have a whole bunch. I don't care what you had for lunch.
Just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
Just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
Have some more chicken, have some more pie. It doesn't matter if it's boiled or fried. Just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it.
I mean, you can't. You
We're
can't
all in this.
do better than having Weird Al show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Having him at the very end is totally beautiful. In a fuzzy hair kind
And
of way.
Rachel Bloom.
Dude. So apparently everybody in the chat agrees that we are in trouble.
Well,
With
you know.
what?
Internet.
Oh. Oh, we're
That was the subject I was trying to avoid for the majority of today. Was the fact that we spent 5 hours trying to get
yeah,
internet.
this has become like Brian's abusive relationship.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, it
Accurate.
totally is.
Accurate.
Because he forgives
Yeah.
it like every day. And every day it's like, no, I promise this time it'll be different.
Because we did this magic ritual, and now it'll be different.
Come on, Tina Brushwood. It'll be different.
Is this on the Spectrum or the backup?
We have run out of bandwidth on the backup option, so we're actually actively soliciting other backup options, backups to the backup. But today, like the dude from Spectrum came out and We spent 2 hours testing stuff, and dude's professional obligation is basically to figure out like, hey man, I delivered this to the curb. Anything beyond that is you. But dude stuck around for over 2 hours, and unfortunately, like we were able to get 4 or 5 times in a row of only one computer hooked up to their stuff. We were able to see it, and then and everything was correct speeds. And then he left. Roberto came over, and we did the exact same thing. We reduced it down to one computer hooked up to the cable modem, and it was down to like 5 megabits and less, and just none of us could figure out jack shit. We substituted. We have 2 identical routers, and we swapped them out. Didn't matter. We have 2 identical parallel lines. Swapped them out. Didn't matter. Like I don't know. I don't even want to think about this. It's too upsetting. So there.
Yeah.
If
Dude,
you-
that's
he's-
fucking wild.
So if you stabbed the internet in the chest, then people would be like,
There's
well,
two
there's
sides.
two
Yeah.
sides.
There's two sides. What did the internet say? It said everything looks fine from my end. And I stabbed him in the chest. It's not my fault. Gotcha.
Yeah.
In certain cities, you would get off.
Well, that's so weird because you said that Spectrum was able to tell as they were monitoring it that it was going down to awful levels.
Yeah,
But the guy that came over,
yeah, it's a bit like being in a relationship with somebody completely, with multiple personality disorder, where it's all crazy.
It's what are we, gaslit? Are we gaslit?
Sure.
I think so.
Hey man, I do have one bit of good news that I think is universally good news that everybody can feel good about. Modern Rogue has a TikTok channel.
We're TikToking it up.
We're TikToking. You don't stop. If you go to TikTok.com, I'm not a TikTok person. / Modern Rogue.
We know.
just
There you
Modern Rogue,
You
probably.
are now.
I
told
think it's
her.
@. Modern Rogue. Yeah, there it is.
It's at Modern Rogue? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
Look
guess
at
I've
that.
never searched for a TikTok
Yeah, you
account
never-
on the
you-
web like
you
a
never
90-year-old.
Yeah, I'm surprised it works on a browser. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I told the kids like it was time to head home, and I'm like, all right, come on, kids. And Brian's all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing these TikTok things. So I guess I'm doing these TikTok things. And then I'm just like, I go, oh man, we got in the car. I go, man, he's working so hard, and I mean, he's never gonna get that. I mean, like, I could not believe it. And then I was just like, guess what, kids? He's doing the TikToks, and they just were like, oh,
Doing the TikToks.
Mom.
It is pretty wild to take like what already was a long form thing and then reduce it to 3 minutes for YouTube and then reduce it down from there to like 45 seconds. Here's what a 45-second version
So here's the challenge.
looks like.
They have to drop a cork from at least one cork length up and have it land on the skinny side. No matter how high or low they go for it, it's just going to bounce all over the place. There's no way they're going to get it. But then you will do the secret method. You're going to lift it 1.5 lengths up, and when you drop it, it'll land right on its side.
1.5. I thought it was 1.
All right, so here's the challenge. They have
It
to drop
depends
a
on
cork.
whether or not
It's
a,
so
grab the
funny.
deck
So
cards, give
apparently
it a shuffle, you're
that
not-
cork,
What's
that cork video is doing so much better than the card trick one.
The card trick one we actually posted yesterday, and then for whatever reason it got pulled by some bot because we're part of a Learn on TikTok hashtag program. So I think we just weren't whitelisted yet, and so then it shut up. But the card trick one is pretty good. I actually thought.
Not going to believe
Oh,
this.
no,
Put
it
down
is,
3
it is,
piles
yeah.
of 3 cards each. Pick up any one. Look at the bottom card. That's the 2 of spades. Drop it on top of one. Drop it on top of the other. Now just ask the deck. TWO, drop. OF, drop. SPADES. Here's the important part. Use my magic word, ROGUE.
Sounds like a
and you'll
promo
get your
code.
card back. It works for any card in the deck. Same thing. Here we go. 3, 3, and 3. Let's go with this one. The 8 of diamonds. Drop it on top. Drop it on top. We're going to go EIGHT. Drop it. OF. Drop it. DIAMONDS, drop it, and then spell the magic word ROGUE, and it comes right back. Works for any card in the deck.
So it's diamonds. You put an S on that, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
On all of them.
I
On
know,
all of
but
them.
like it's kind of funny. Like ace is a 1, right? So then it's not ace of spade; it's ace of spades.
Right, but
always
the,
plural.
the of implies that it's a singular of a group, right? So
Right.
it's like ace of
You're
this
Bonnie
group,
of the humans.
plurals. Yeah.
Ah.
Bonnie of the humans, right? Or Bonnie of the Americans.
See, that's my new Saturday cartoon, Bonnie of the Humans.
Bonnie of the humans. My brother says,
Have you seen the TikTok prank that is infuriating New Yorkers?
"Go on."
Is it where you remove a mask to reveal a face shape
sorry,
mask?
I can't see you. I can't see you. So verbal communication is going to be important here.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I said go
no,
on.
this was
I said go on.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. This is the cereal on the subway prank.
Cereal on the subway. TikTok.
Oh no!
New York prank. Cereal. Oh, there we go. Dump cereal in NYC during pandemic.
Oof, that's totally uncool.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's cool or uncool. But I do know our internet is garbage.
Well, here, you want to watch the video?
You can't
or-
even watch
I'm
it.
trying really hard. But
Oh, that's so
if it helps, Justin, like I'm really trying to load everything like live as we talk about it. We're just
Aquil
waiting.
say we know we're lagging. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, this is a real comedy of errors because I can't see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
see
we're trying,
either
buddy.
on Twitch or on Skype. So
We got a blurry image that's about to clear.
Oh my God, it's gonna be great. We're gonna see it here in just like seconds. It's gonna be amazing.
The prank is somebody. Oh my God.
Okay, so looking at, come on. Here we go. I'm an idiot. One of two. Here we go. TikTok video is loading. Keeping the audio alive.
I will say this. So this guy is named Fuck Joshy, and his videos I think have been pretty funny. I actually was trying to TikTok creators that I was seeing, and his videos are all follow the same pattern where it uses a lot of the TikTok I can't believe this happened in my life today narration, but they're him just being a total dickhead. And so the last one that I saw that I thought was really funny was so anyway, I taped 50 hot dogs to myself, and next thing you know, the cops kept yelling at me. And so it's him with a bunch of hot dogs taped to him getting yelled at by the cops. This one might have been a bit of a bridge too far, though.
I got the munchies on the subway today, so I pulled out some
see.
cereal and started chomping away. People started staring at me, but I just assumed everyone recognized me because of my OnlyFans. They all looked really hungry though, so then I asked if anyone wanted cereal, and that's when it all fell. Everyone started getting mad at me, and this guy was like, I cannot believe this is happening. I was like, I can't believe this is happening again.
No, I hate that guy.
I mean that's rude and inconsiderate, but what does it have to do with COVID?
Oh.
Or does it have anything to do with
because
COVID?
only essential workers are supposed to be on the subway. And that means that not only did he fucking spill milk over essential workers that are already risking their lives going on a death tube with death air, he also then made other essential workers clean up his milk mess.
Yeah, okay.
Jerk.
Yeah, so
Ew.
the jury
it's
comes
a funny
back
TikTok
as,
though.
You're the asshole.
How is he? Is he redeemable, or is he not?
Just behind Mel Gibson.
Just behind Mel Gibson, who's already back to work apparently.
Yep.
So crazy.
I got a happy hour related story.
Yes.
I have given up beer for the last 3 days, and I'm looking to keep giving it up for the next few weeks. Because here's the deal. I think you told me this, Brian, that you can't keep track of beer. Beer just happens quick. Like if you're drinking a beer, and so it's not that I've given up alcohol, Because like last night, I still had like a diet lime soda with a shot of vodka, but a soda takes me like 30, 45 minutes to get through. But a beer, that's gone in 5 or 10 minutes. And so I just realized like over time, like I've given up so many things and I'm still not losing weight. And I'm like, it's the beer. It is too much beer too fast.
First of all, yes, the culprit is very often beer.
Yeah.
I don't know about the non-countability of beer. That I don't think that came from me. Like when you get into hard alcohol, holy cow! It's like, how do you measure? Like you've got a Diet Coke and you put some amount, and you're like,
I literally use a
it's
shot.
2 shot.
I literally have a shot.
Yeah,
and I pour it.
I don't trust none of that.
Okay.
I need everything measured.
Well, that's what he's saying. He uses
All
the
right,
measurement.
all right, Professor, brag about it.
It's a little shot glass, and it has Han Solo's face, and it says first.
Okay.
But since then, I only have like 2 of those in an evening over the course of like 3 or 4 hours because drinking soda takes way longer than drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
And so my calories have cut like I've lost like 3 pounds in the last 3 days.
So sorry, you switched from beer to what?
To vodka. Like 1 or 2 shots of vodka.
For the record, out in public, for the whole world to hear,
okay.
Ryan Brushwood disagrees.
Oh.
Okay. When your complaint is that the precision of the accelerator is insufficient, the answer is not to have a more wildly swinging accelerator.
Well, he's saying he's measuring or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
that's different than just pouring it directly. Because people who just dump have a hard time, you know.
Well, and plus also, like, as long as you're measuring, good on you. Good on you.
Right.
But I know people who swear they're very good at eyeballing it.
No, I don't know. I worked as a bartender for like 4 or 5 years, and I use a shot glass.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well then.
Plus,
we're all
also
on
hard
the same
liquor
page.
is disgusting. So
I don't know.
I'll add a shot, and that's it, because that's all I can handle. And so far, that has cut my calories into like.
Whoa.
What's that?
Is Justin around? Hello?
I mean, you're slandering hard liquor.
Oh, I apologize to my hard liquor people.
I think I'm very delayed. I'm estimating my delay at 3 seconds.
Is it all the hard liquor that you're drinking that's causing the delay?
Probably. I'm probably boozing. I'm just going to start talking in the middle of everybody else's sentence, and that will come close to an actual back and forth dialogue.
But my conclusion is that I've cut my calories way down. I've cut my alcohol consumption way down.
I agree.
Yay!
That actually worked out great.
That was perfect.
Oh, goddamn.
Nailed it.
Does anybody have any good news? Just some good news.
Yeah, I'm losing weight. I just told you.
Okay, all right. Anybody better news? I don't know.
Oh, I guess we got Joe Rogan coming to Texas. That's what Merrill Barr says.
Which is?
One of the person in the...
like, is he living here or doing
No, he's in California, but he says he's going to move to Texas if Cali doesn't open soon.
Following in the footsteps of Elon Musk.
Or Alex Jones, either way.
Alex Jones was a pioneer. He's
Elon
always
Musk
been here.
saying he's going to move to Texas?
Yeah, he's saying that he's going to move all of SpaceX and Tesla.
Oh.
But, I mean, who knows? He also named his child an unspeakable word.
An unspeakable number.
Yes. By which I mean literally unspeakable.
I mean, that was his intent, was to make it unspeakable?
No, I think there's a version of it that they can speak, but like we felt silly giving our daughter a slightly silly spelling of her middle name.
Right.
It's X space AE as one letter, and then a bunch of numbers. It's named after a test vehicle.
A test vehicle?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be named after a test vehicle.
But
maybe after like the
apparently
most
a successful one. I don't know.
A successful venture. Give me all that hotness, but aw. Well, I don't know. I was coaching Josie through doing her, like, she's going to have a presentation with music. And, man, I used to think, like, all those parents that would steal their kids' money were, like, really bad. Like, once those kids got famous and they would steal the money. And then now I know that they earned it.
Oh, they felt entitled to all that.
Yeah. That was hard going, but we got it. We got it done. So yay, Mom, and yay, Josie. Of course, she's the real talent.
How did it go?
Well, you know what was really interesting is she said something about, like I said, well, don't save anything. Give it your best. She goes, if I give it my best and it's not good enough, then I'll know I'm not good enough. And I go, oh, well, that's really interesting. Give it your best because you're not afraid. And then she nailed it. So, like, it was kind of awesome.
Nice.
That is incredibly self-aware.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Look, apparently nobody could see anything we're doing, and I'm not entirely sure we even still have Justin on the line. So we'll shut it down a little bit early today. And
I'm here.
I'm
I'm here. Hello.
I'm gonna shake my fist at Gary and in Spectrum Heaven. Doggone it. I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed. 5 hours, Justin. I spent 5 hours trying to fix this today.
I think they just like you.
It's bullshit.
I
Yeah,
think they're
man.
just trying
I'll
to
tell you
court
what. We will continue to push this rock up the hill.
Yeah. Until then, I guess we'll see you guys later. God damn it. I'm so sorry. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't even know that we have internet to play it now. There we go. There we go. All right, bye, guys.
Kindly advice. I don't know why I set fire to his place. Oh, I'll never forget the day I bashed in his head. Well, you should have seen the look on his face. Let me tell you.